Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oge, and if this is your first time stopping by, I'm glad that you clicked on this video. Please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some things that I wish someone had told me while I was preparing for law school. Now, the preparation for law school can be a bit rigorous, a bit confusing, and if you don't have someone guiding you most of the time, it might be like you might just lose it, because there are so many things that you need to do, so many things that you need not to do, and so many things that you should calm down while you're doing them. So I'm just going to be talking about some of those things that we had to go through when it was our turn to prepare for law school. If you see me looking down, I made a note of them, so that's just what I'm looking at. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about here, first of all, if you're a student of Nigeria, like you're schooling in any university in Nigeria, you're doing law in any university in Nigeria, after 5 years you are qualified to go to the law school, the compulsory 1 year law school. And so this video might come in very handy for you. Now, the first thing that we had to do was to fill our form A1, and filling the form A1 was a bit confusing. Not that it was like, it was clearly stated the things that you had to fill, those things were clearly stated on the form, like wherever you get to and you need to fill something, it was stated. But sometimes after you would fill your form A1, you would preview it to see like what you have so far put in. It will come in blank, like completely blank. Those things that you had filled in earlier would not be there anymore. And I got to understand that the more you preview, the more details you just miss, and then you have to start from beginning all over again. You have to start from beginning and start filling in your form. So the first thing that we did was to fill our forms. We all got a form from our schools that it was time to start preparing for law school. So what you did was you registered. There is process, a step-by-step process on how you register before you can start filling your form A1. You don't just open the law school website and start filling your form A1, but I'm just going to start from the form A1 because that was where like you start getting some problems. So the form A1 is where you put in your the school you graduated from, the if you're employed, the kind of work you have done, those kind of things. It is still on the form A1 that you get to pick the campuses that you'd like to be posted to. However, the Council of Legal Education reserves the right to post you to wherever they choose. So your choice does not bind them. Okay, your choices, the choice you make doesn't bind, like it doesn't bind them to post you to wherever you have picked. Okay, we had two choices when we were filling ours. Some pastors, I think they had about 4 choices, but we had 2. So I picked for Lagos and I picked for Abuja. Abuja was my first choice and Lagos was my second choice. I feel like this is the most popular choices people pick. Like everyone wants to go to like the best place, the better place, no one wants to go to some weird places. You get what I mean, Sha? So I picked Lagos and I picked Abuja. And when the posting came out, that's like a story for another day. So I filled in my form. Now, one of the problems that I faced when I was filling my form was the fact that some details would come out blank. Like some parts that I had filled will come out blank. This was one serious problem that I faced because I had to fill that form about 3 times. I was so scared that I was the only one this was happening to. I would feel when I preview, things would be blank, things would not be there anymore, things I had earlier picked would not be there anymore, and so I would need to go back again and start filling the form all over from the beginning, and this was really stressful for me. So when I found out from other people that I wasn't the only one that this was happening to, so I just left it. Okay, what I did was fill the form like that. I didn't preview anything. I was very sure that I put in every single required information, and so afterwards I just submitted. Okay, so after submitting, you would need to print out your form. Now, even after submitting and printing out, I still saw that some things were not on the form. But since I knew I wasn't the only one, I wasn't panicking so much. Although I was still worried, but it wasn't as much as it was when I was still filling the form for those first, second, and third times that I did it before. So I wasn't that worried because I knew other people were also facing the same problem as me. So it's good for you to ask, okay, like if you're having any challenge, like ask other people so that you know you're not the only one going through it. That way your mind is your mind is a little bit calm. You're not panicking just by yourself. You have someone you're talking to, so you know you're not all alone in it. So after filling the form A1, the next thing that you need to do is to sign your form. Now, a commissioner of oath would need to sign that form for you, so you can meet a commissioner of oaths in I did mine in the magistrate court. So I went to the magistrate court and I had my form signed, and I was charged 500 naira for signing my form. I was charged 500 naira. And then the other thing I heard people saying was that they did affidavit for some missing information on their forms. They say the affidavit would prove to the council that you had indeed filled in all that was required of you. So I did my affidavit also, even though I wasn't completely sure that this was necessary. I just did it. I didn't want to have any problem in the long run, so I just did everything that I was advised to do. I did my affidavit, I signed my form and paid my fees. I think I also paid for the affidavit. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but yeah, I did pay for the affidavit. And then the next thing, after having your form signed, you have to go to your school, your university where you just finished from. You have to go there and submit your form A1 alongside other documents. And then the documents you would need to submit alongside your form A1 is your WAEC certificate, your JAMB result slip. Now, I wasn't certain if it was just the JAMB result slip that you would need to submit. So what I did was I took the JAMB result slip. I also took my JAMB posting slip because I wanted to, like, I didn't want any problem at all. Anyone they would request, I would just give it to them. Because I just took the posting slip, the posting slip where you're told where you're going to be writing, like your JAMB center, and the posting slip that has the universities you applied for. I know you know what I'm saying, like you get what I'm saying. So I took my posting slip and I also took my JAMB result slip. These two things, I took them along. I took my WAEC certificate. I also took my university certificate. Now, for the university certificate, I don't think it's absolutely necessary that you have to go with it at this beginning point. Like, I don't think it's compulsory, because for some people, they would just be graduating from uni. They would have just graduated and their certificates might not be ready at the time of applying. So it is not compulsory, but it is advised. If you have your university certificate, please go with it. Like, it's just better that you just go with it if you have it. But if you do not have it, then you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Okay, just go with the ones that you have, the required ones. Okay, and then the affidavit that I swore, I also went with it. Also, of course, my form A1, I also went with it. Now, another form that you would also go with is the one where you need to give it to your dean. This one is for your dean. Your dean is going to be filling it. Like, you have a part where you have to fill also, but your dean is the one who's going to fill the rest of it and also sign. And there's another form there, I think it's for an employer. I wasn't employed, I didn't have an employer, so I didn't fill that form. I didn't take it alongside also. So I just took the one for the dean, my form A1, and my other certificates alongside, and of course my affidavit. I've said that before. I took these forms alongside with me. Now, another form that you would need to fill is the medical form. You guys, don't be like me, okay? Like, don't be like, I waited till last minute before I had my medicals done, like till the last minute. And this, it was scary for me because I almost did not have all my tests done, because you need to run tests and the results would need to come out so that the medical doctor or whomever it was that attended to you, the lab scientist, the lab technician, whomever, is going to fill in that form for you. So please, once you have done all that is required of you, just go to the hospital and start doing your test, start running your test, because you have, like, they listed a lot of tests that you need to run. You have to do some, I think, all these meningitis, yellow fever, and all of those things. You have to get immunized for them also. And if you have done them already before, like long before now, then you wouldn't need to do it. So please, just get your medical started on. Like, don't wait until your admission comes out or until you are posted. That was my mistake. I waited until my admission was out, and it didn't take long after admission came out that our posting also came out. So in your medicals, you have to do so many tests. You have to run all these tests. You must do it in a government hospital, okay? Not in a private hospital. Although you can do it in a private hospital, but it would attract costs, and you really don't want all those problems. You don't want to have any problem. Like, just do it in a government hospital and be free of it. I feel like it's cheaper when you even do it in a government hospital. So just do it there and start on time. Like, I've said it before, don't wait until last minute, okay? Because it's going to be like a rush hour for you. Like, you're going to be panicking, doing it, doing that, like, it was quite a rush for me. And then I had to, like, go from one government hospital to the other, because some days when I go, they are packed up and all of that. I was just lucky that they accepted results from various government hospitals. Like, you have to go with the test results also, but you don't need to go with your medicals to your dean. No, you're going to be submitting this when you get to law school. When you are posted and you get to law school, that is when you would need to submit this. So once you have submitted the ones that you need to submit to your dean, immediately start on your medicals, start doing them, and then get all your results. Just put them together, get the doctor's reports, anything at all that concerns the test you have already done. Just put all of them together, and when you are posted, go with them to the law school place, because you would need, like, to your campus where you're posted, you would need to do your registration for the campus. And when you are there, you have to present all of these. You have to do medicals, like, you have to register with the clinic, the law school clinic in your campus, and you have to go with these medicals, the reports or the results of all of the tests you have done, your blood groups, your genotype, there are so many, I can't start remembering them now because I don't have copies of them anymore. I think that was a mistake I made. I only made enough photocopies to go around for law school, like on campus. I didn't make enough to keep for myself. So you want to make enough photocopies, okay? If you miss any step, it might affect your admission, in that you might not be given a full admission. You may be given a conditional admission, and when you're given a conditional admission, it means that one step is missing, or that a document you were supposed to submit to your dean is missing, and you would need to go to the headquarters that is in Abuja. You need to go to Abuja and submit whatever missing document. And trust me, you don't want to go through all that stress. Like, just do everything, get all your things ready and take it to your dean, and you are fine. I just hope that this video is helpful for someone. If you're prepping to go to law school, then you really want to get all of these things done. If you have any questions whatsoever, then you can ask in the comment section, and I'll be sure to answer your question. If there are things you would like to know from this video, if there are things that wasn't clear on, you'd like to understand better, then drop your questions in the comment section and I'm going to attend to your questions. Thank you for watching, and once again, please subscribe to my channel. You're going to be getting very helpful information from this channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.